So I just seen Little Demon episode 4 and kinda like my episode 3 review, I feel like this episode's concept is very generic. Every show in existence, every movie in existence, I don't care. There's some show out there. Every show has done an episode where the main character or maybe one of the side characters gets along with the popular people or wants to impress their crush, ends up, forgetting about their friends because now they're, hanging out with the popular kids and they're leaving their other friends behind. It's literally happened in everything, and I'm I'm kind of tired of that concept, to be honest. So I don't know how I feel about this episode. Although I don't know how to feel about this episode, I will say I am right again. This episode was mainly centered around school. It had Chrissy get along with some of the popular kids at her school, and what they were doing was kind of weird. They wanted to revive this Slenderman-esque character to quote-unquote hold him accountable because OMG, it's 2022 and that's what kids like doing in 2022, right? Canceling people without violence and holding them accountable for things. I think I just didn't like this episode. There was a lot of stuff that was going against it. I think one of the big things about this episode that I found interesting was Benny's, I think his full name is Ben again. Him and Satan's whole thing, because I mentioned in the last episode I think it would be cool if they kept mixing up characters like that every now and then, and having Benny and Satan talk to each other and hang out and try to come up with some sort of a plan to turn Chrissy back into a non-popular person is interesting, because that wasn't Satan's plan at all. He acted like that was his plan, but his real plan was to try to make everybody hate her in order so that she could go down there and hang with him forever. Of course, because his mission every single time will be for her to do that thing that lets him come into the real world forever or something. I don't really know what opening the portal will do. I'm assuming it just makes him appear in the real world, i.e., like I said last time, Raven and Trigon. But other than being demonic, other than being kind of horror-esque, it's a very generic episode. That's as much as I can say about it. I've said the highlight I thought that was from it. It didn't push anything forward. It didn't give me something to look forward to in the later episodes. And I don't know if that's to fault my own or the previous episodes. I like the previous episodes. It's this episode specifically that, I don't know, it's just kind of an episode. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just kind of playing it safe, it feels like. And that's saying a lot, because I liked the body swapping episode. While that concept was still generic, I felt like it did enough for it to push some stuff forward. It showed you that Satan is starting to develop emotions for Chrissy. And the only thing I can assume that this did was that Laura might be less protective over Chrissy now. I think that might be one thing that was set within this episode that can continue going forward. Maybe she will start to be a bit looser with Chrissy. Maybe she won't be so, mommy now. Although that might be hard for Laura because she will always be mommy. But really, before this goes on too long and before I start rambling even further, that's really all I have to say about this episode. I just thought it was kinda It didn't do anything for me personally. It was an episode. I'm sorry if that's not what you want to hear. Sometimes series will give you episodes like that if the season order was, more than they anticipated. Some episodes will just be an episodic episode. I assumed this was going to be an episodic show, but I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I am being too harsh. And I don't hate the episode though. That's my thing. I don't hate the episode. But I do think I still am being too harsh on it. But it was such a generic concept. I'm sorry. Everything has literally done this. I don't know what to say. Like, Fairly Odd Parents did it. You know what I mean? So yeah, what are your opinions on Little Demon episode 4? I would like to know. Leave them in the comments down below, and I'll get back to those as soon as I can. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the vibes. You guys know the chill. You know everything. You know everything, as do I. Goodbye.
So fight